All right, welcome back to the Roller Dome here as you join us for the men's game, the final regular season home game for the cross-promotion Gold Coast men's rollers of the 2019 QBL season. And we are matched up today with a very plucky team from Toowoomba, the Toowoomba Mountaineers, who their record probably doesn't show how good of a team they really are, as we all stand for the national anthem. All right, so 3 minutes of a warm-up and we will get the final regular season QBL game underway here in the Roller Dome, and with the Lady Rollers having a convincing 31-point win over the Toowoomba Mountaineers, the men's rollers look to finish off the season currently sitting third on the ladder. I believe they've only lost 3 games and would have to go into this game as heavy favourites tonight. Joining me once again for the call is the one and only Sean the Truth Tilby. And Til, given the men's rollers' form leading into this game, you would have to think this will be a one-sided affair. What's your thoughts, mate?
Overly familiar with the Toowoomba Mountaineers. I can see that their record isn't the greatest this season, but as far as the rollers, they're playing some pretty good basketball at the moment. It is the right time to be playing like that. They need to keep it rolling for the full 40 minutes, much like they did last week. Down Christian Salisic, their captain tonight, but I think they have enough troops there to just on the depth of the team is one of their strengths, so I think we'll probably see some more minutes for Jace Morris. Jared Eustace had a great game also last week, and I think Matt Gallotta, he might see a bit of court time tonight. Matt Gallotta always presence on the defensive end, doing a lot of the stuff that nobody else likes to do, just being a pest as far as the other team's concerned, offensive glass, deflections and the sort, but still no Anthony Petrie, so hopefully we're going to see Petrie come back. We heard Thalo talking about that earlier in the night. He's been trying to slip some of that bone broth into Petrie's water bottle. I don't know whether Petrie's buying into all that stuff, but yeah, hopefully. I guess at this point, I think they've still got Gladstone next week. Is that right?
Gladstone on the road. Yes.
On the road, so they got that road trip, which is probably not the best scenario. Long bus drive, have Petrie sit in a bus for however many hours and then try and come out and play after being sidelined for quite a while now. But either way, we're about to get going here. Thalo Green, Spencer Parker, Reese Martin, TJ Jop and LJ Rose to get things going for the Rollers. And who we got for the Mountaineers, Drewy?
We have, starting for the Toowoomba Mountaineers, Cameron Webber, the captain of the Toowoomba Mountaineers. He's been part of that program for a while. Ranko Puljic, number 10, Oh, sorry, no. We got the wrong one. No, that's right. That's
Is that the right name?
Cameron Webber. They've got the wrong.
Confusion.
It is right. Sorry, confusion reigning here in the commentary box. Jason Spurgeon starting at the centre position for the Toowoomba Mountaineers, and the Rollers win a tip.
Oh, interesting. Mountaineers coming straight out in a 1-2-1-1 half-court press, just to put a little spanner in the works. TJ Jop, he loves that spot. Can't get it to drop, and oh, wow. A lot of contact there, and the referee just says, "You'll be right, get on with it."
Yeah. Well, it feels a little hardly done by there.
I think that's an understatement. Yeah, so they... Yeah, LJ Rose, that was read there nicely by... I know that list. A lot of women's QBL lists here, but have you got the men's over there?
I do. Hold on. Just get the scoreboard sorted out. There you go.
Yeah. Who was it? Cameron Webber drawing the charge, cutting off that baseline drive from LJ Rose.
Pass there in the corner. Reese Martin with a big rebound.
Oh, great find by Martin. TJ Jot running the lanes well there. Took his time, gathered himself. Oh, that's easy.
That was a nice finish.
Ricardo
Joel hit
Martin.
the nail on the head there.
So what is this? Is it it's a 1-3-1. You got to be good to play a 1-3-1, so that shot will be there all night for Spencer Parker. It's a lot of work for that baseline to... And there goes Abraham all the way to the rack. So a couple of layups here.
Thalo. What a surprise to see Thalo on the offensive glass.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. You need to be tall, long, and athletic to play a 1-3-1, because there are a lot of... What a pass from LJ Rose. Thalo Green running the lanes.
If you're Thalo, you've got to love playing with someone like LJ Rose. Thalo's always moving. Great example for the juniors out there, how to move without the ball.
Oh, hit the skids there.
One of the Toowoomba players goes down. Ranko, how do you say that name? Puzijic?
Yeah, he can get going a bit, I think. I watched the...
Find Reese Martin wide open. And that's just too easy for the Rollers. If you're the Toowoomba coach, you wouldn't be liking that.
Okay, straight back at you. Abraham Yak.
Is that Abraham Yak?
There goes Thalo again. Oh, Reese Martin might have got a bit of the arm. Doesn't matter now.
Well, this is a track meet so far, Till.
I'm getting tired. I'm just sitting here. Oh.
Spencer Parker working hard.
I think this pace does suit the Rollers. Oh.
Surely does. The roll's definitely a lot deeper. Reese Martin thought about pulling the trigger. Probably should have there, but it's not in Reece Martin's nature to be selfish. And,
yeah, he knows he can get that all night, I think, so he's just going to get everyone else going as Spencer Parker finds TJ off a nice little
dare I
drop
say
pass.
the men's rollers taking a further out of the cap of the lady rollers and being very unselfish. As we've got a scoreline of 15-7, 4 minutes in.
Making sure of that one.
He's
a nice pass.
Down there in the paint. Josh
Now
Bergen. He's a big boy. Pretty young too, I believe. Little pick and roll action there. Reece Martin, nice little step through.
Oh, good catch from TJ.
Did all the hard work, just couldn't get the finish.
Yeah, Toowoomba can't afford the turnovers. TJ just dealing with a little bit of pressure, not his usual role, bringing the ball up the court. Gets it to LJ.
That's more like it.
I think a bit more comfortable down there, and he banks that one home. And Toowoomba's going to have to either slow the game down a bit. Already 5 minutes in, and the Rollers have put 17 on the board. Oh, as Abraham Yak has definitely come out looking to score.
I think that's been the mark of this Toowoomba team. They're young. I know they haven't won a whole lot of games, but they're definitely not shy, and they're not scared to get in there and mix it. And good on them.
Stalo giving the school bench a little wake-up call there.
Yeah, I think a few of the score bench people got pretty wide-eyed there as they saw Mr. Green coming towards them.
This is a $2,000 laptop.
So Toowoomba has the ball down 7, 7, sorry.
Yeah, that is off. It's going to release the Rollers again, so.
A wild shot. They want to be careful. Oh, good effort though by Yak to get back there.
Yeah, nice footwork there. Malat. Bit of a Euro step, and Spencer Parker, staying with it.
Great effort down the glass with no reward. Spencer Parker and TJ Jupp doing well. LJ read that like a cheap novel. You're going to find Spencer in transition. Drops it off. Nice pass in there by the Rollers.
Nice sequence there from the Rollers. Just happy to give it up to the open guy, and LJ started it and finished it. All happening here for the Rollers. 21 in the first 7. As Reece gets another pick, everyone's pointing their fingers, and good start from TJ Jupp. He gets a well-deserved rest there. Very active early.
I think it's a good job by the referees not to call too much too. It's been a very free-flowing game, and you've got to credit the very talented referees. Spencer Parker slipping on some sweat there.
We do not want anything. We do not want anything like that tonight. Exactly right, Joel McGuinness.
Very unbiased commentary right there.
Spencer Parker just hitting a wet spot, going down.
So it's 21-14, 3 minutes to go in this first quarter. And it's been a very high-octane game so far till we find Eustace.
Woo! LJ Rose summed up that perfectly. He had Reece He had a couple of other, Jaden down the lane, but he just bided his time, head up, and he found Eustace on that skip pass.
And Eustace picking up where he left off against Ipswich Force last week.
Yeah, Eustace, he's come out aggressive. Once again on the glass, looking to push. This is good. Filling it up from deep. Reece Martin, that's his second one.
The Rollers really just toying with the Mountaineers at the moment.
Well, it's
reminiscent of big contact there.
I think they call that a hip and shoulder.
Oh, I don't know about that, Till.
We're old. We're meant to say that. That's to prove that we're tougher. We're tougher than the next generation.
Jaden probably can feel a little hardly done by there. That was,
I
think the young fella, Spurgeon. Is that how you say his name? Spurgeon? Jason Spurgeon ran into a brick wall in Jaden Tom.
I don't know whether he made too much of an attempt to... as the referee's got the score sheet saying, is this guy even on the score sheet?
Well, that is, I suppose that's the rule these days, isn't it? Any sort of unnecessary contact and you'll draw yourself an unsportsmanlike foul.
Yeah, you got to make a genuine play at the ball. I don't think Jaden, he was caught off by the step there from Jason Spurgeon. So decided just to give him a little bump.
Credit to Spurgeon, though. The fella jumps straight up on the line. Can't make the first. But he knocks down the second. And that'll leave us with a 12-point lead to the Gold Coast Rollers. 2 minutes 14 to go here in this first quarter. And what can only be described as a very entertaining first quarter.
It's definitely high tempo, that's for sure.
I think you hit the nail on the head, Till, though. That type of game will definitely favour the Rollers as Cameron Webber,
nice
doing
shot
what
in
he's
rhythm
been
there.
doing for a long time in the QBL, hitting that little mid-range. It's a nice little set there by the Mountaineers. Eustace brimming with confidence.
Yeah, that's
Can't get that one.
Ambitious.
A little bit of a breakdown in communication there by the Rollers. And it's back to an 8-point game. LJ Rose.
Well, you don't want to go under that screen all night long, but LJ couldn't make him pay there. Oh, Jaden's going to get another one there. That's,
I think common sense prevailed there, Till.
I think so. It's maybe the contact is a little bit.
Anyway, minute 20 to go here in the first quarter.
No.
Turnover by the Mountaineers. Rollers out running. Jace Morris naked on the 45. Can't get the roll. Spencer Parker working hard. And Toowoomba will come up with the ball. Ooh. Nice little gap shoot there by Matty Galotto. Didn't quite get the chocolates, but Cameron Webber step in. And Jason Hay has found a foul, and that's going to put the Mountaineers in a bonus as they will go to the line. Number 14 is not on our program. Can't get the first. And he makes the second. So it's been all the rollers, but I think if you're the Toowoomba coach, you're not incredibly unhappy about the scoreline right now. So it's threatening to get real ugly early. And credit the Mountaineers for fighting back here in the first quarter. Obviously a big shout out going out to all the sponsors here for the QBL program of Gold Coast Basketball. Also the naming rights sponsor, Cross Promotions, Billy and Jackie Cross, been big supporters of Gold Coast Basketball in the last few years. Dick Foss Dunn, Chartered Accountants, Q-Scan Radiology Clinics, Legassic Collection, makers of fine jewelry, Sony, many of the other wonderful sponsors that are helping making this Gold Coast Basketball program possible. With 25 seconds to go, the Rollers holding a 7-point lead over a very plucky Toowoomba Mountaineers still. Definitely some spice in this game. LJ Rose just sizing up his opponent. Little stutter step. Makes his way in the lane. Finds Jays Morris in the corner. He can't get the finish. Oh, confusion reigning there, Till.
Well, the shot clock went off, but there was still a second on the actual clock, and LJ Rose knew that, so he just put it in. Everyone else stopped.
Heads
Play
up,
the whistle, eh?
heads up play from LJ Rose. And
Toowoomba did well to get back in that quarter as Gold Coast looked like they were going to jump on them, but it slowed down that scoring back end of the quarter. So yeah, they throw a lot at it, the Toowoomba Mountaineers. Everyone coming off the bench with energy and looking to disrupt everything. So there are opportunities to score out there. You have to be ready to shoot and you have to knock them down, which is the case all the time. But they're making things happen, the Toowoomba Mountaineers. So I don't think they're going to go away too easily tonight.
no, definitely not. And if you're Coach Mick Conlon, you're obviously happy that your boys are winning. Anything, points of emphasis you think he'd be stressing right now in that timeout?
Yeah, well, you noticed what Thalo did at the start of the game. He was just getting to the right spot, and guys like LJ was finding him. So. Yeah, the thing Thalo was doing was just getting to that weak side spot, the weak side rebound, the stepping in on the drive, and he got 3 quick early ones there. So you don't have to work too hard when the defense is gambling. It's just a matter of being in the right spot and buying your time. And I think if they can keep doing the simple things like that, it should be a matter of just ticking off all the boxes and getting to the end with a nice lead. But yeah, Toowoomba look like they've got people that they're ready to play and they can score if they have to. A couple of nice Euro steps that definitely fooled Jaden Tom a couple of times as he.
So we get the second quarter underway here in the Roller Dome on Saturday night. Gold Coast Cross Promotion Rollers 29, Toowoomba 20, and Spencer Parker.
Oh, we've got to take that up, Jays Morris. You got to lay up.
Jay's trying to be a little too unselfish. Good hustle by the Mountaineers. I tell you, they're not short of having a crack, that's for sure. That was a sweet shot by Cameron Webber.
Yeah, he doesn't need much space to get it up.
Yeah, he's been doing that for a while in this QBL. Roller's a little off on that possession, but good find. Thalo in the post taking care of the mismatch and a good strong finish. Veteran move there by Thalo. Roller's playing a little matchup zone, are they? I think Toowoomba's a little confused.
Oh, nice steal there.
Eustace.
Jared Eustace. Eustace asking what happened there. We're going to get it in the back on Jays Morris on the rebound. Here you go, Drewy. He looks bemused.
I'm a bit bemused by that call too.
I think Jared Eustace felt hard done by also. He ended up jumping off the wrong leg.
Good to see the young fellas out there playing. And
yeah, that's one too many.
One too many, and referee Jason Hay was having none of that. Jace Morris is going to check out. TJ Jop back into the game. And, you know, this Rollers outfit, they want to make sure that they stay focused, stay in the game, play the right way, because I guarantee you this Toowoomba outfit, they are here to win this game, Till. There's no doubt about it.
Well, they're playing with a good intensity. You've seen what Thalo's just taking his time, and sometimes that's what you need to do is just square them up and keep it simple when the defense is up and in. Thank you.
Reese Martin with the ball.
Oh wow. Reese Martin just pulls the trigger there. I think he had a toe on the line, so it's only going to be a 2, but a nice shot. That one's cleaned up by Parker.
Yeah, it almost looked like the Mountaineers player wasn't quite ready for that pass. You get a breakout here, though. Oh, and Spencer Parker says no.
I think
he blocked out of the top of the square.
Oh, man, he was high.
That was impressive. Spencer Parker showing his athleticism. A big chase down block. That was very impressive. And the Rollers holding a 10-point lead. I still feel like Mick Collins not going to be satisfied. I think the Rollers really want to do what they did last time here at the Roller Dome and go on and win this game comprehensively. And I'm very sure that the Toowoomba Mountaineers are not going away anytime soon. They will play till the very last bell. Big shout out obviously going out to all the sponsors that make this QBL program possible. Cross Promotions, the naming rights sponsor of the Gold Coast Rollers. Q-Scan Radiology Clinics, QEM, MG, Southport, Legassic Collection, makers of fine jewelry, Sony, Dick Foster Uncharted Accountants, Apex Agency and Prestige Group, Treadman and all the boys, and all the wonderful Gold Coast basketball clubs, particularly the Varsity Vipers, Gold Coast Rollers legend Adam Darra's own Varsity Vipers Club, the host club of the game tonight. And there's a very strong Vipers presence in the house tonight. Good crowd again here in the Roller Dome Till. I think the brand of basketball we're seeing from the men's Rollers has definitely helped swell the numbers through the door. Hopefully you guys are all enjoying the stream at home.
Everyone loves a winner, Drewy.
We get this action back underway. Spencer Parker, a little chippy out there tonight. TJ.
There you go, TJ. Nice spin move to the left. Haven't seen that before. Thalo moving his feet well. He got a bit of that too, I think.
Seeing a little bit of a change-up defensively by Toowoomba here. A little 2-3 zone. Eustace finds Spencer Parker.
Good middle penetration.
A steady diet of drive and dish for the Rollers. It's worked wonders so far.
Yeah, nice baseline three there. Joseph Johnson.
Mountaineers, though, not going away.
Well, they're active in this zone, that is for sure. So if you don't knock those down, they're going to run out. And there's another one. Oh. Well, it is what happens if you shoot threes against the zone. They have to go in.
Yeah, if you don't make them.
Or else they get off on a quick break like they did there. And that's where it comes down to patience and knowing you can get that all the time and seeing what better shot you can get, and short corner, high post, all those spots against the zone that just break it apart. You got to take your time and get the ball in there. TJ Jop, he's been good when he's caught it in the post, or at least got a good seal. So let's see if we can keep going down there into the heart of the D and make them really work. At least you get a good shot with a good challenge on the glass, and there's no easy ones at the other end.
Yeah, Mick Conlon imploring his troops that this game is not going to be any easier than any other game. So you want to keep your eyes on the ball, make sure they're playing the right way. And I think you hit the nail on the head, Till. Long shots create long rebounds, and if you're not making those threes against the zone, you're going to see a lot of Toowoomba breakouts, and that just plays into the Toowoomba hands. LJ Rose back into the game. Obviously the Rollers a little short-handed tonight, not without their captain, Christian Salisic, who apparently rolled his ankle in training on Thursday. You see Thalo Green hit the deck.
But that's the spot. Good shot from TJ, and they could release some of this guard pressure by just getting a high post look. There's Thalo in the spot there. That's going to be off as well, so that's going to be there all night for LJ. I'd like to see him penetrate, just get a couple of different looks for the team. And there's another nice defensive play from Eustace.
Nice pass, TJ Jop.
And well played too. Eustace just waited for the contact.
TJ Jop with a nice pass there. Not bad for a big man. Hit him straight in the midst. And Eustace only had to lay it up and in, and he'll go to the line to try and get through the old-fashioned way. TJ Jop's game it's got so many different levels, doesn't it, Till?
Well, he's got so much better, and there goes Thalo on the offensive glass. Yeah, well, with the absence of Petrie, has given a lot more responsibility to TJ, and he has definitely stood up to that challenge. He's had a couple of nice games.
Yeah, it's easy to forget that Anthony Petrie hasn't been playing for the last few weeks, because the Rollers have been so dominant in their performances.
And that is TJ again. He's causing trouble off the ball there. Just had it. Jason Spurgeon sealed, and Spurgeon been called for the hold. So a couple of subs here for the Mountaineers. They got 6 on.
A little bit of confusion here with the Mountaineers having 6 players on the court. I wasn't sure who was taking who. Jop with another seal. They kick it out to Thalo. Thalo always moving. Finds Eustace to the top of the key. Oh, nice find.
That's a great dish there from, I thought Eustace gave up that 3, and that, if I was going to lie, I'd say that's the right option because I thought he should have shot it. But he went in there and he got TJ on that little wraparound pass. Very good find. Oh, good D here, just going a long way on this pivot. Yeah, Eustace just kept walking into him and...
Frustration creeping in for the Toowoomba Mountaineers as Ricardo Martin feeling hardly done by there by the referees. Felt like he got pushed, wasn't called. Oh, Reese Martin. Reese Martin just looks like he has so much time out there.
He's toying with us. Oh, get that.
I'm sure that's only going to add to Ricardo Martin's frustrations. And CJ, a nice block. We see Spencer Parker checking back in and taking out Jared Eustace. Another big rebound. Good box out there by Reese Martin, allowing Spencer Parker to get the ball. Oh, LJ Rose thought about that. There's so many holes in this zone. Reese Martin finds one. Thalo working hard again on the glass. He always just finds a way to find that ball, doesn't he, Till? Got a timeout here to Toowoomba Mountaineers. 3:38 to go here in the second quarter.
Yeah, all happening there on the defensive end for the Rollers, really. It took a little bit more time and patience on the offensive end, but they were able to get a few stops and they've pushed that lead out to 13, a little bit more breathing space for them. It is, I think, come down the fact that with this 5, a little bit wiser heads on the floor, not getting too rattled by the I don't want to say junkie, but they're very much willing to gamble and push you out of something you want to do just by the pressure that Toowoomba is doing. But they're, like you said in the call, Drew, there are a lot of holes in the zone. Just getting to those spots and making them pay for gambling. It should result in points, which it is at the moment, but that 3-point shot, it is one that can break a zone, but if they miss, you know, it is what the zone's there for. Everyone's in position to rebound, and it allows for those breakouts, which have stopped because of that little bit extra patience. Finding TJ a couple of times. Nice drive from Eustace. He's out at the moment. I think Thalo, he misses the first there.
Yeah, a little short on the legs there, Thalo. More legs and he would have made it.
A little overcompensation there from Thalo. Oh, good find. Oh. Thalo just... Yeah, a little bit hot on the break there for Thalo. Jumped off the wrong foot.
It was just a little bit out of control.
Well, it's that one where do you take a dribble? Nah, you just take a long step.
Thalo can definitely do that. So we got Ricardo Martin on the line. Can't finish the and one. And Rollers 12-point advantage.
Oh, a lot of arm there, but no call for Parker, and it's even going to be Mountaineers' ball. It's a little bit of that salt in the old gaping wound. Oh, tried to throw it through Martin's legs. Oh, none of that. Oh.
Reese Martin. Oh. It's a little scrappy out there at the moment, too.
Well, with the style that Toowoomba plays, it does lead itself to that kind of basketball. There's good find on the inbound, but
well, you know. Way to run the floor, Thalo Green.
On defense, you mean? No, that's a better finish and good find from Parker after the block.
I think we can forgive Thalo for all the work he's put in on the offensive glass for that one. But he definitely made no mistake that time around. Ricardo Martin a bit lost.
Bailed out there. He was in trouble. TJ. It's the second foul for TJ, so Jaden Tom's going to check back in. Hopefully he's a little bit more clued up to those Euro steps this time around.
Ricardo Martin makes the first. And the second. We've got ourselves a 12-point game till here. 2 minutes to go in the first half. Mountaineers just kind of hanging around. You got to credit them.
See, in games like this, the right basketball play prevails, and that's exactly what Reese Martin's doing there. Good curl cut, keep the player on your hip and draw the foul. You don't have to do anything too flashy, and the other teams are making all the gambles.
That'll put the Rollers in the bonus for the rest of the half as Reese Martin makes the first. Minute 53 to go here in this half. As we see Matty Gallotta checking in for Thalo. Rollers showing a little extended sort of three-quarter court 1-2-2. And Toowoomba break it easy, but
LJ timely hand in there just to knock that out of bounds. Good work getting back. It's the job in a press on the weak side.
Probably lucky there.
Oh.
And apparently the bank is open in Toowoomba on a Saturday night. LJ can't find it. Oh. So with a minute 18 to go till it's only a 11-point game. Rollers, wow, make that 8. Sorry, 9.
No,
it's 8.
Yeah,
Ron McGuinness throwing me a wild goose chase there. And another stop. LJ Rose can't finish there. And it's going to be a Mountaineers ball from the baseline. 47 seconds left on the clock. Toowoomba. Toowoomba coach should be pretty happy right now. I mean, it's been all the Rollers, and yet here we are. A minute to go in the half, not even, and then Toowoomba only down 8. Reese Martin can't find it.
Yeah, he measured that one and he probably feels like he should have knocked it down as big Jason Spurgeon a little bit out of sorts. Oh, way to stay with it, Ricardo Martin. Oh, can't get it to go. Rollers might hold here.
Yeah, LJ Smart there. Hold it for the last shot. Finds Matty Gallotta.
Ooh, Matty Gallotta. He might have heard the court commentator, Joel McGuinness, say that he hit the game winner earlier in the SPL game. He hit the game winner in OT, so he is not worried about the end of clock shot.
At halftime, the cross-promotion men's Gold Coast Rollers 49. It's Toowoomba Mountaineers 38. Solid first half by both teams. Entertaining, high-octane ball. Plenty of dunks, plenty of blocks. Lots of three-pointers.
It's definitely all happening, that's for sure.
It is. We'll be back in about 10 minutes' time with the second half of the men's game here. The final regular season QBL game for the cross-promotion Gold Coast men's Rollers as they look to finish off the season, the regular season, the right way and head into the playoffs with plenty of momentum. We'll be back in about 10 minutes' time with the second half, guys. See you then. Logan got beat by but I've got them. It's fucking Ipswich, man.
just been handed in some set of keys. They're Holden car keys. They've got performance sound on them as well. And it looks like a bell or something. So if you've lost your keys, come to the table, we'll sort you out. As we've got 8 minutes remaining to half time. The last regular season game of the season. You can see our Rollers finish the regular season. So just got a few minutes before we get back out there.
Be good if Runaway Bay get up. District. Down 11.
Have you got them or in that?
Yeah, in that one.
Have you already got a loss in there though?
Nah, not in that one.
Oh, okay. How much does it cost each one of those? Does it depend on how many teams? Or?
So I'll put 10, I'll bet tonight, I'll bet 10, 20, 40, $50.
Yeah.
But I'm up for this because I jag a multi probably once every 3 weeks. So I'll pay me something anywhere between like 150 to 350.
Yeah, right.
So I was counting like how much money I put in my account as opposed to what I've taken out of it. And I'm like up to $117 or something like that. So especially early on, the back half of the season, then they kind of figure out who's who. But early on, like,
You get a few long ones.
yeah, you can get some good odds, man, on some on teams that are alright.
Have a look at that next year. Make things a bit more interesting. Get on there with all those Russian forwards. Oidow, who's that?
Oh, Dylan.
What's that not logging in?
For some reason, like, you know what it is? It's the internet, the 5 gig per hour shit, because it keeps ticking me off, like,
5G, is it?
it's not, but they fucking crap on that really. There we go. So much easier having it remotely done.
Get some stats up now and see what's happening. Can you get them on that one? Nice frustrating website on a mobile. What have we got here?
All right, welcome back here to the Roller Dome. Second half action of the final regular season game of the QBL season for the Gold Coast cross promotion men's rollers. Tonight they take on the Toowoomba Mountaineers, and at halftime the Rollers leading 49-38 over the Mountaineers. It's been a high pace, high octane game so far. Really no half court sets too much being played. It's up and down, bit of a track meet. Entertaining style of basketball if you're in the crowd. And we've got another 20 minutes of basketball left in the Gold Coast Rollers regular season for 2019. Well, at home, I should say, yeah. And the final regular season home game for the Rollers. And obviously, yeah, as my fellow commentator Sean Tilby just pointed out, Rollers travelling up north to Gladstone next weekend to take on the Port City Power up there. Some stats from the game so far. Reese Martin has 10 for the Rollers. Salo Green leading all scorers for the Rollers with 13. TJ Jock with 10 also. And for the Toowoomba Mountaineers, Yak has 11. Cameron Weber 7. And Rolando Martin 6. Spencer Parker with 8 rebounds. And Thalo Green, ever reliable on the glass. He's got 3. LJ Rose with 5 assists. And it's been, I suppose if you're the Toowoomba coach, you're pretty happy, Tilb, that you're not down more. I feel like the Rollers dictated the pace of play there. They had the ball more. They definitely shot a lot better percentages. And to be only down 11 at halftime, you've got to be pretty happy if you're the Toowoomba coach. What do you reckon?
Yeah, a few positive things to take away from that for the Toowoomba Mountaineers. They finished both quarters pretty well. They just stayed with it, really. They play at that high intensity. I think the reason Thalo does have 13 is he is the one able to get in and behind the defense, get to the right spot and allow the passing angles to create themselves, where if you're trying to fight with a lot of that you see the young guys, James Morris got a charge call on him. You go in there out of control, that defense, it'll get it in the hands in the lanes, and that's what Toowoomba's done, and it's kept them in the game. Only down by 11. I think it broke out to about 16 at one stage at the start of that second quarter. I think the Rollers went on an 8-0 run. So, yeah, credit to Mountaineers staying with it. They've got enough firepower. Weber, Pusicic, Ranko Pusicic. Sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong, but he can get shots up. And Abraham Yak, he's leading all the stats right now for the Mountaineers. So, being very, very active. Ricardo Martin, he's getting in there. He's working hard, but I think he's just got to stay with it. It'll start to come for him. And yeah, the big Jason Spurgeon, he can finish too. So we've got a game on our hands, Drewy. That is for sure.
Definitely, Tilby. Rollers don't want to think this one's in the bag by any stretch of the imagination. Just having a quick look at the QBL men's ladder here. Obviously, the Brisbane Capitals on top with only the 1 loss. And sitting in the second position on the ladder is your very own Gold Coast cross-promotion Rollers. I think it would have been a long time since we've seen the Gold Coast State League program up at such lofty heights. And it's a real credit by...
Is he bemused right now?
I think he might be.
Well, Reese just, he's not worried about that pressure. Just got in behind and tried to secure the space. And it's an easy call for the refs, that little tap from behind. Spencer Parker, and there's Thalo Green. Just adding to his tally. Nothing special. They're all easy. You just got to be in the right place, Drewy.
Well, and you've got to give Thalo credit. He puts himself in the right place, doesn't he? And that's just... LJ Rose not giving up on the play there. And Spurgeon didn't know he was coming from behind. He got a piece of the ball. But going back to what we were saying about Thalo, he definitely... Any young players out there watching the game, should take a leaf out of Thalo Green's book because he is a master at putting himself in the right spot and getting some easy baskets. And you were alluding to this earlier, Till.
Ooh, that's a nice catch and turnaround from TJ Jopp.
You were alluding to this earlier, Till. You only need to score 7 points in a quarter.
Oh, well, there goes Ricardo Martin.
And you've got yourself basically a 30-point game. Cameron Webber and Thalo getting tangled up. I think we're going to get a foul on Cameron Webber here. I feel like he got suckered into Thalo's game there.
Yeah, well, Thalo's averages one of those a night, so.
But just going back to what we were saying, about putting yourself in the right spot, Till. Thalo's a master at finding the open spot, moving without the ball, and it really is. If you can do that, you can get yourself those 6 or 8 points a quarter, and you get 6 or 8 a quarter, you've got yourself a 25, 30-point game.
Yeah, it is. It sounds very easy, but especially against if a team's going to play a zone like Toowoomba have done at times. That's a nice little move there from LJ Rose. Yeah, in the zone there are spots that are always going to be hard to stop if you're going to play a zone. And once you learn that, like Taylor obviously has, playing the game for a while now, you score easy buckets. And that's how you want to play the game. You want to get a couple of easy ones. Then it comes to the fourth quarter and you can hit a big shot. You hit a big shot and it buries the team, but it's all those easy ones.
They're getting value for money on that one. Referees just having a little discussion here. I hope they don't call this an unsportsmanlike foul. No, just a regular foul. I think that might have been a little bit of a stretch to say there was too much contact there. I think it just looked a lot worse than it really was. So I was sort of swiping down towards the ball there. So Cameron Webber to the line. And he can't make the first. You really want to see the rolls extend here and push this out to 20-25 here in this third quarter. Really try and put the Mountaineers away. You don't want them hanging around. Toowoomba, of course, playing host to the Southwest Metro Pirates. Nice.
TJ has been a nightmare down on the block tonight. I want to see them go to him more. That's a good finish there by Ranko Pusicic. Soft off the glass.
I especially enjoyed that patented big dog's spin there by TJ. Spencer Parker, line drive from the corner, no good. Cameron Webber exploring Ranko. Oh, and he ran into...
He showed a bit much of it there, and off the ball unsportsmanlike here, so...
What happened there? I didn't see that. Looked like Spencer Parker and Ranko got tangled up. And Spencer Parker's going to go to the line.
Well, Gold Coast had the opportunity of a fast break layup, but that got stopped and superseded by the unsportsmanlike foul.
Well, I guess you could argue now they have the opportunity to score 5 points.
Well,
Hit
yeah.
both these free throws and get the ball back and hit a three.
Yeah, I didn't actually see what happened, so we'll make that 4 points, Drewy.
Maybe I put the mocker on him.
That one bounces out. So a 13-point lead. Gold Coast have done this a few times to start quarters. I think they've got to finish the quarter a little stronger. And
yeah, Mick Holland definitely playing his starters a bit more in this. Oh, nice. And Weber picks up another foul.
Great cut again by Thalo, and a nice little drop off there by TJ.
And that just goes to my point, Tilb, about how well Thalo Green moves off the ball. All you youngsters out there would do well to take a leaf out of his book. Keep moving without the ball. Present yourself to your teammates, and they will find you. So Thalo putting himself together a nice little game right now. So we go back to the stats here and just have a quick look.
Yeah, that might be 17 or maybe 19 now for Thalo. He's going to shoot a 3 right here. When you're hot, you're hot! Thalo Green! Woo! Turn back the clock.
Thalo Green now has 22 points to lead all scorers for the game.
Well, it's my opinion, if the Rollers are going to go on and get deep into the QBL playoffs, I think it's going to need a 12 and 8, a 15 and 8, or some of those kind of line from Thalo, just to give Spencer Parker, LJ Rose, and when Petrie comes back, just that extra threat on the court, and that'll might be enough to get the Rollers across the line.
Yeah. Well, it's definitely a nice luxury for Mick Holland to have someone with Thalo's experience and his skill set to be part of. And you know,
he's going to get another one here. He's going to need a sub. Yeah, give him a rest. Toowoomba coach is going to do it for him.
Thalo doesn't get tired.
Yeah, get that bone broth out, Thalo.
Maybe Anthony Petrie needs to get into that bone broth. Thalo looks like he's 21 out.
Where do you buy
it? Shameless plug for the T-Money Green bone broth.
It's homemade, is it?
All of a sudden, the cross-promotion Rollers push this out to 18, and probably a good time out there by the Toowoomba coach. They've been hanging around that 10-12 mark, and all of a sudden it's out to almost 20. Looks like Thalo's going to get a rest here, and Jared Eustace is going to check in. And obviously the Rollers a little short-handed tonight without their captain, Kristen Salisic, who unfortunately rolled his ankle on Thursday in training. And of course, let's not forget Anthony Petrie, who has not been part of the Rollers lineup for about 4 weeks now. So get those guys back, and this Rollers outfit is not the team I would want to be seeing in the playoffs in a couple of weeks' time. Obviously, one more week of the regular season to go. We travel to Gladstone next weekend, take on the Port City Power. You would think that the Rollers will take the chocolates in that one, Till, and finish the season with only 3 losses and in second place. Looks like the Brisbane Capitals men, and they go 2-0 on the Mackay Rocky road double this weekend, which is no mean feat. Will Magnay has been lighting it up since he got back from playing with the Australian University team, the Emus over there in Italy, I believe it was. And he has a force to be reckoned with, and that Brisbane Capitals team with him and Jason Kadee are definitely the yardstick for the league, as Eustace finishes another.
Taking a leaf out of Thalo Green's book. He must have been watching from the bench. It's a smart thing to do. Why is Thalo scoring all these points? I might go to the same spot he goes to.
Wow. I believe Thalo's got 24 and leading all scorers for the game, so
something's working.
That pretty much speaks for itself. But credit to Toowoomba Mountaineers. They're not going away. They're still playing hard. They still believe they can win this game. And This is, again, one of those times where you want to see the cross-promotion rollers kick on and put away this team. Cameron Webber trying to be sneaky there, throw the ball off Spencer Parker's back. Didn't work. Spencer Parker just questioning Jason Hay there on that call. Probably feel a little hard done by. Maybe a no call might not have gone astray there. But anyway, Toowoomba with the ball. 4:35 to go in this third quarter. As Yak explores on the baseline, kicks it out. You know, I like the way the Toowoomba players don't stop moving too. That seems to be, oh, there's a bit of a sloppy pass there. Results in a turnover. Ricardo Martin. Toowoomba guys still playing hard. We're going to get a referee's timeout here. Spencer Parker's imploring Jason Hay. I had a wide open shot there.
Players' preservation.
So, a few subs in. Jace Morris, Jaden Tom in off the bench. Taking out TJ Jop and Reese Martin for the Rollers. The Rollers still well in command of this game, but you definitely don't want to be giving the Toowoomba guys a sniff. I'll put them away. And if they can manage to do that, we'll roll into the playoffs. Don't mind the pun, roll into the playoffs.
Yeah, well done.
So Spencer Parker, well, kicks it to Eustace. Little drive and dish game. Little Euro step there. Oh, a lot of contact there. No call.
It's going to stay down this end, so.
What I liked about Eustace is took the contact. He didn't complain. Probably hardly done by there, but kept playing. I love it when he's in attack mode too.
Yeah, he's a far more useful player when he is like that.
Good job by LJ Rose and Jaden Tom to get back there. Jace Morris. That was nothing but the nylon there.
Yeah, you can see that. It's still stuck up on the net, just like his sister earlier in the ladies' game. I think she hit 6 of them. Oh, good rebound. Strong rebound, Eustace. Get Jays going again. Whack. Oh,
in and out. Oh, Jace Morris. LJ Rose just trying to come around the front, pick the pocket there of Ricardo Martin, but unfortunately a little bit too much contact, and that'll result in a foul, and Toowoomba will take the ball out from the side. Jason Hay was having none of that. Obviously a big shout out going out to all the sponsors here tonight and for the season, particularly Cross Promotions, the naming rights sponsor of the QBL program, Gold Coast Basketball. Obviously Billy Cross and his wife Jackie, all big supporters of Gold Coast Basketball for the past few years, and it's great to have them on board. Q-Scan Radiology Clinics, big shout out going out to Hal Rice and all their crew at Q-Scan, QEM, Dick Foster Unchartered Accountants, MG Southport, TradeLink, and of course not forgetting the one and only, the longest probably serving sponsors of Gold Coast Basketball, the Legassa Collection, makers of fine jewelry. Go and see Kenton, Darren or Wade. Get yourself some nice jewelry for your missus. So Rollers coming away with the ball, 19-point lead.
Ooh.
Ricardo Martin diving on the floor there.
Yeah. Soccer goalie-esque.
LJ Rose will come out. Reese Martin. Sean Tilby absolutely digging the beats that Joel McGuinness is dropping right now.
A little bit of Electric Avenue.
Oh. Jared Eustace, a step back. Unfortunately, couldn't get the roll, but that was pretty. I love his game. I want to see him get a chance at the NBL level. Obviously, he needs to put on a bit of size. He's only still pretty young, I'm pretty sure. It's Ricardo Martin. Was that a three? Yes, it was. Oh, nice pass.
Good find there from Jaden Morris. Jaden Tom finishing it off.
So the Toowoomba Mountaineers will be hosting the Southwest Metro Pirates tomorrow as Gold Coast's own Ryan Vines So Jaden Tom having a bit to say to Jason Hay there. And he's picked up a double technical foul.
He's got an unsportsmanlike. I think that tech foul would have been already a disqualifying if I know my rules, but Jason Hay, like the...
Well, Jason Hay's been around the league a very long time. He's not having any of that back chat.
Like that old grumpy principal. He's heard it all before.
You know, in the spirit of the game and the way it's played these days, it's probably warranted for a tech. Maybe not the second one, but it's hard to know what was said sitting up in the stands. But it's all academic now too. As Jaden Tom's hitting the showers.
Yeah, he's got an early one. There's no need to say anything to the referees.
I'll tell you what, I'm glad I don't play in this era. I'd probably last all of about 2 minutes.
Big Dog renowned for letting his voice heard, especially once he get that deep catch. And didn't like too much contact when he went up for that hook. Speaking of hooks, it's going to be a footwork call.
Thalo Green just read him like a cheap novel.
Yeah, moving his feet well there, Thalo.
Textbook defense. So a minute 20 to go. Rollers 72, Toowoomba 55. Spencer Parker just drawing a foul there out of Ricardo Martin. Both teams now in the bonus for the quarter. And that'll send Spencer Parker to the line. It's been a good all-round performance still by the Rollers tonight. Thalo Green obviously leading the way with 24 points. Spencer Parker, only 5 points, but he's got 11 rebounds and 7 assists. And that is the type of performance you want from your superstar import. When he's not scoring, he can affect the game in other ways. So credit to Spencer Parker. I think
nice shot from Ricardo Martin. Didn't have much room. Spencer Parker right there. So Thalo, he is hot. He is hot tonight. 27 points. Thalo Green, if you don't mind.
Is Thalo in for a 30-point game?
He's going 40. Oh, is Eustace going to get one here? Oh. turn the handover. They'll hold for the last shot here in the third quarter. Slight differential in the clock and shot clock, but
Thalo Green turning back the clock. Let's not forget Thalo was a former QBL MVP and one of the best players in the league. When he came out and played for Rockhampton many moons ago, Till.
Yeah, a few moons. Yeah, I ran into that. I had to guard him.
The buzzsaw that is Thalo Green back in the day.
I was undersized.
Probably took a few more jump shots back then.
Oh, he was a metre out, and I think that was McShane, or there was another import also.
Yeah, Mike McShane. It's one of Thalo's best friends. Those two were definitely a dynamic duo for the Rockhampton Rockets.
No fouls. Oh.
So the Rollers holding on to a 20-point advantage.
That was a better finish for the Rollers. They are obviously minus Jaden Tom now. Not that.
Oh. Let's hope that Lisa Harrison shoots the three ball better than Chief.
I
don't think Chief's ever shot a career three, has he? Chief, if you're tuning in, shout out to you, mate. Big love. Lisa Harrison.
She's only got a minute.
Taking off the high heels.
She's going to run out of time.
And Joel McGuinness, never short of a rib on anyone.
I hope so.
Lisa Harrison probably 15 wines deep now, shooting for a $500 bar tab. Oh well. Close but no cigar for that one. As we enter the last quarter here at the Roller Dome for the 2019 QBL regular season. It's been our pleasure bringing you the home games for the cross promotion Rollers and Lady Rollers. And as we enter this final 10-minute stanza, till the Rollers holding a handy 20-point lead, and you really do want to see them finish out this game the right way. Head off to Gladstone next weekend, take care of business up there, and roll into the playoffs with plenty of momentum. And I really, really like their chances, particularly if we can get a home final or two. With the way it stands at the moment, that looks like that's going to be the case. What's your thoughts, mate?
Yeah, take care of business tonight. Obviously, that's priority number one. Everyone get home safely. Toowoomba kind of force you to play the right way. Oh, there goes Stalo again. He's doing a little behind the back.
Do we need a Thalo Green triple-double watch?
Oh, somebody get something. You get an extra assist from behind the back? Wow. Steal.
Is it 2004 in here or 2019?
Oh, nice take there.
Thalo is definitely turning back the clock tonight. Vintage performance by the veteran.
Yeah, Jordan.
Very smart and a little strong on the baseline there. And Toowoomba, Cameron Webber, not shy.
Toowoomba working hard to no avail there. Just missing a bunch of chippies. Good ball movement there from the Rollers from one side to the other, and Reece Martin with the baseline three to finish things off.
I don't know, Till, but someone doing the stats down there is not giving Thallow any love for his rebound count. Apparently he's only got 3 rebounds. I think he had 3 rebounds on that last possession.
He's drawn the foul there. So handy 23-point advantage here for the Rollers.
Yeah, it's hard to see Toowoomba coming back from here. But, you know, got to keep playing. Got a foul there. Jordan Bigger got it caught with his hand in the cookie jar. The Rollers will take the ball from the sideline. And for mine, Till, Rollers MVP tonight's definitely Thallow Green.
Oh, he won. Oh, no.
Oh, Thallow thought about it. Finds Reece. LJ Rose finds Reece Martin in the corner. In and out. Things getting a bit scrappy out there.
Eustace cleans that up with a nice three. Take that lead even further. 26.
Ricardo Martin pleading with the referee for a foul, but getting no love. I don't know. That looked clean from where I was sitting.
Yeah, Ricardo Martin's put together a pretty good night. He's got 21 and 8. Not much help around him. Abram Yak, he had a 11 at halftime, so he hasn't been able to scare the scorers since then. He's going to have a go now. That's short. That's asking a bit much, even though Thallow is having the night of nights.
Even with the bone broth on board, I think that was a little ambitious from LJ Rose. TJ with some fast hands takes the ball off Ranko and hands it off to Reece Martin. Oh, Thallow.
Oh, that's a third behind the back pass in a quarter for Thallow Green. TJ, he likes that range too, and he couldn't get that one to drop.
Probably deserved a little bit more there, as it's 88-62.
Eustace just disrupting that Toowoomba offense.
And got to credit Toowoomba, you know, they're still playing hard. They're down big. There's no quit in this team, and that's a credit to the program and their coach. They're still out there competing. Probably a little overmatched tonight, but Thallow and Cameron Webber having a few choice words for each other. And we might just keep an eye on that.
Oh, yeah, good double.
As another turnover for Toowoomba. And the Rollers are doing this in a can or two at the moment. LJ Rose adding salt to the wound. It's 29. Still a bit of feeling in this.
Yeah, Ranko, he's racking up the turnovers at the moment. Foot out of bounds. Just need to steady the ship a bit, Toowoomba.
Ooh,
I think.
Thallow.
He wanted his third. He wanted that 30. Maybe he's counting in his head.
Little strong. Oh, you know he is. A little strong on the back iron there. Looked nice off the hand. Yak down the other end. He hits a 3. And it's still 26-point game till. Nice passing by the Rollers.
Oh, nice finish. TJ Jop off the assist from Eustace in that short corner spot, which is always profitable against the zone.
As we see up off the Rollers bench, the one and only Green Dog 2019 President Harry Kerr.
Oh, they're slipping on the wine down there.
Someone needs to mop up the excess wine from the box down there. As we see Harry Kerr checking in, taking out Thalo Green. Probably a well-deserved rest.
Yeah, I think that might be it for Thalo tonight. Great performance, 27 points. Probably more rebounds than he's been attributed for, but no, you just saw how easy it was for Thalo tonight, where against the zone that was trying to disrupt the Rollers, he just made easy work, get into the right spots, in behind the defense, and just a matter of LJ, Reese, all the guys, I think, probably dropped a assist off to Thalo tonight.
Ranko skating around there.
Oh, TJ.
As TJ Jop cleans up
He'll be
the
putting
Reese
up
Martin
some-
miss.
Oh. That's better from Abraham Yak. That's how he started the game, being aggressive.
So moving forward, Tilb, obviously, as we've touched on before, the Rollers head to Gladstone next weekend. You would think, based on form, that the Rollers will get the chocolates in that one and finish out the season in second place on the ladder. And
Yeah, no, it was second place on the ladder. That's a great effort by the Rollers. Still got a tough game against Gladstone. I don't know who Gladstone actually have this year, but it's never fun going up there. Always a tough contest.
it's been a solid all-round performance by the Rollers. We've got multiple people in double figures. 4 double figures. LJ Rose with 9, flirting with the double figures as well. Spencer Parker only has 6, but he's got 11 rebounds, 7 assists, 1 steal, and 3 blocks.
Another good night for Eustace too. He's been very efficient. Look at the plus minus over there. I've never seen a plus minus that strong. Jaden Tom, he's sitting out. He's the only one in the negatives.
Oh, Reese Martin, a plus-minus rating of 31. That just says it all about the class of Reese Martin. And the Rollers are going to canter home here in the last home game of the regular season for 2019. Leading the Toowoomba Mountaineers by 30 points. And very, very excited about this Rollers team and the prospect of going all the way till I'm not scared to throw it out there. I think they've got the personnel and the capability to do it. Obviously, there's a lot of very good sides in the QBL. First and foremost, the Brisbane Capitals. I've only dropped 1 game this year. Townsville Heat have shown they're a team to be reckoned with. Cairns Marlins have come good, and they're sitting in on ominous 4th place. So there's no pushovers in this QBL, but I feel like this team on any given night, they play the right way They play together, and they are a formidable opponent.
Yeah, it's not very often that with the likes of Reece Martin on your team and LJ Rose, he knows what the team needs each time down the floor, so they don't really fall out of rhythm too often. The games they have dropped, I think they played pretty well against Townsville. I didn't actually see the game, but I think Townsville just had the answer whenever Gold Coast challenged them. But the game against Brisbane, I thought it was early on in the season, and I thought they were half the team they are now. So I guess the same would go for Brisbane. They would have improved, but it'll be a good contest once they match up again. Well, a bit of a tie up here.
I would argue that the Rollers probably hold a depth advantage against the Brisbane Capitals, and if you end up playing them in a 3-game series over 3 days, that's got to count for something. Come that second and potentially third game if it gets to that. So, having said that, it's a tantalising matchup. The Rollers and Brisbane Capitals over a 3-game stretch, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. Like I said before, there's plenty of good teams in this men's QBL, Tom. Most of all, the Townsville Heat, who did hand the Rollers one of their 3 losses.
That drive and dish, they're the easy ones that, whether their psyche plays or not, but they are frustrating. That drop again. Spencer makes the bonus there.
And so the lead has ballooned now to 40 points. As big shout out going out to the former Green Dog, Jasper, tuning in, listening to his coach. Hope you're still yakking threes out there, mate. And don't forget who told you to shoot those threes too. That's right, it was me. So Spencer Parker fouled, going back to the line, minute 43 to go. A little flat, but he makes the first. And Rollers cantering along. And it's going to be hard for Toowoomba to back up tomorrow, taking on a very plucky Southwest Metro team, led by another former Green Dog, Ryan Vines. And I'm sure the Toowoomba boys will be up for it. Should be an interesting game. Probably won't bear too much on the result for the latter, as both teams out of playoff contention. But I'm sure it'll be an entertaining game. So if you're up there at the Clive Berghofer Centre, make sure you get out there and support the Toowoomba Mountaineers. As with a minute to go, it's the Rollers 110, Toowoomba 71. And Spencer Parker probably a little unlucky not to get a foul there. Ranko all the way, can't make the shot. Toowoomba come up with a rebound. Oh, young fella trying to throw one down. And
yeah, nothing wrong with a little highlight finish, but couldn't really turn the hand over enough. We're going to count it down here with just 10. Jace Morris trying to give some back.
Ooh, that was nasty. Didn't quite get the finish.
Blind to the hoop there. Nice. Yeah, okay. That's all she wrote here, Drewy. Good game for the Rollers. 37-point win. That's 2 in a row for the Rollers with very solid games.
Yeah, and so Spencer Parker finishing with 14 points, 14 rebounds, and 8 assists. What a game from Spencer Parker. Good all-round performance by the Rollers. Reece Martin chiming in with 20 points. TJ Jopp had 16. Eustace had 14. LJ Rose 9, but Thalo Green amassing what would be a 2019 high for him, 27 points at a ridiculous 83% from the floor. Massive game from Thalo Green. 80% for the floor, 83% from the two-pointers, 10 for 12, and 66.6% from the three-point line at 2 for 3. Reoccurring. 67 if you want to be out nice to him and round up. But therefore the cross-promotion men's Rollers taking down the Toowoomba Mountaineers 110-73, and that will leave the Rollers sitting in second place on the men's ladder after tonight. Just having a look at some of the other scores around in the QBL tonight. So it looks like the Logan Thunder. So, hold on. So the Sunshine Coast Phoenix men taking down the Logan Thunder. USC men taking down the Ipswich Force. Brisbane Capitals going 2-0 on their Northern road trip, beating Mackay last night and then taking home the chocolates in Rockhampton tonight by 11. Rollers in a canter over the Toowoomba Mountaineers. The Townsville men taking down the Port City Power by 9 at home. Sutton District's men beating the North Coast Seahawks by 20 with 20 seconds to go in that one. And so the ladder will look something like this. Brisbane will be on top at 16-1. The Gold Coast Cross Promotion Rollers sitting in second place at 14-3, closely followed by the Townsville Heat at 14-3 also. The Cairns Marlins sitting there at 13-5 in fourth place. Rockhampton Rockets, they may even drop. Might be the Mackay Meteors coming in at fifth at 11-6, because the Rockets going down to the Brisbane Capitals tonight. So that's it for the Cross Promotion Rollers home games for the 2019 season. Hope you've enjoyed the stream, guys. We'll be back here in a couple of weeks as the Cross Promotion Rollers will be going into the postseason. We'll look forward to your company then. Good night.